Wow! Wow! It's BTS Monday. Woohoo! Which means we're starting this BTS journey. Now, I've been checking out all your comments, and a lot of people have said I should start off doing a introduction to BTS rather than just jump straight into all the music. Why not? The one that was put forward by most people is one called This is BTS and Introduction to BTS from somebody's channel called X Celeste. So that's where we're going to start. I'm going to watch this, get an insight into this band, and then see exactly where we go from there. But like I say, a lot of people have said it doesn't matter which song I pick, it's going to be a decent, good song anyway, because these guys absolutely rock it. So I can't wait to jump in this rabbit hole. Now, before we do jump into this rabbit hole, if you do actually like my videos, then please consider hitting like and subscribe, and the link to this video will be down in the description for anybody who wants to check it out by themselves. So without further ado, let's see what This is BTS, the introduction to BTS should I say, is like. Let's go! Wow. Wow.
How many of you have heard of BTS?
Who is BTS and why are they so popular?
'Cause they're cool.
BTS is a 7-member group from South Korea. While the words boy band are often associated with the image of screaming teen girls, that is far from reality. First, there's nothing wrong with being a young person showing love for something you enjoy. But what if I told you about 24% are in their 20s, 28% are in their 30s, and 21% are in their 40s? Take a closer look at this age and gender demographic for BTS's 2020 Map of the Soul ticket sales.
Cool.
Females ages 25 and up made 46% of web traffic, and 31% were males. BTS's fans, named ARMY, will often tell you BTS is not your typical boy band. And why? To get a better understanding, let us go back to the beginning. BTS was created...
Right, okay. So that's mirroring a lot of what you guys have told me, that they're not just a band, they're not just this, anything that they put out is really good. Interesting to see the demographic of how many different age ranges go to see this band, because you would think with them being young themselves that it would be a younger fan base, but you know, they've got people going up to 50 plus. I'm in my 40s and I think they're cool.
To get a better understanding, let us go back to the beginning. BTS was created by Big Hit Entertainment, whose mission statement is music and artist for healing. The company, and namely their CEO, Bang Si-hyuk, wanted BTS to be sincere and genuine figures that people could easily relate to and grow with. Not immaculate idols groomed amid studio culture, but real boys who shared their authentic personalities and talents with the world.
I say this in life. When you have a boss or a CEO who cares about what they do or what they put out or anything to do with their job, then you're onto a winner. These people who are in it just for the money and to exploit people, you know, these are the ones that you don't want to work for, because they take all your money, take all your thing. All you get is the little thing of what you, a little percent of what you are working towards. But this guy seems like he really, really cares. And, you know, he wants to create, he doesn't just want to create a cash cow. He wants to create something that spreads a message. And that's what he's doing through BTS. That's what it looks like to me anyway. Like I say, I'm very, very new to BTS, as you know, and going through this documentary is very interesting to me.
But real boys who shared their authentic personalities and talents with the world. Which is why BTS stands for 방탄소년단, Korean for Bulletproof Boy Scouts.
Okay.
Bangtan meaning to be resistant to bullets, so it means to block out stereotypes, criticisms, and expectations that are aimed at adolescents like bullets.
And that message needs to be applauded.
To preserve the value and ideals of today's adolescents.
Yes, because the people who are adolescents are the next generation of people, and they're the ones that need educating about things that are more pure as opposed to what's going on in the world today, where there's a lot of people who are quite ignorant regarding certain things. I'm not going to go into politics, but you know what I'm saying. They're trying to spread a positive message so that the next generation are better people. Carry the torch, if you like.
2017, BTS rebranded their name and logo representing their growth and maturity, extending the meaning to beyond the scene. The new door-inspired logo symbolizes youth who don't settle for their current reality and instead open the door and go forward to achieve growth.
Yeah.
BTS debuted on June 12, 2013 with 7 members: RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. All 7 members came from different parts of Korea. So at first, living together in a small apartment was a challenge. Their CEO, Bang Si-hyuk, created a method for the boys whenever they got into an argument.
일단 싸워도 된다. 싸움을 두려워하기 때문에 우리 갈등이 커지는 거다라고 가리키고요. 그 다음에 마지막으로는 단 해결은 7이 같이 하는 거다. 싸움은 둘이 해도 해결은 7명이 같이 해라.
I like this guy. I like this CEO guy. He's basically saying if 2 people have an argument, then they all should come together as a collective to solve the problem. It's like that old saying, if you kick one of us, then we all limp. Then, because it's a collective. We should all strive to work together, and throwing them all together in an environment that they're not familiar with, and to get them to work together is the best way to grow chemistry within a band. I totally get that. I like this guy. I think he talks a lot of sense.
싸움은 둘이 해도 해결은 7명이 같이 해라. 하기 너무 창피한 걸로 싸움을 해도 결국 같이 와서 저희가 이런 문제를 갖고 둘이 싸웠는데 이렇게 해서 이렇게 해결했습니다라고 얘기를 하고, 그런 부분들이 이 팀의 친화력을 혹은 시너지를 강하게
100%.
만들고 있지 않나 이렇게 생각됩니다.
That's what I said. The collective, the bond. He's teaching them to bond. That's important.
친화력을 혹은 시너지를 강하게 만들고 있지 않나 이렇게 생각됩니다.
Over the years, the boys have come to love each other despite their difference in personalities, to the point where they'd feel incomplete with one member missing. They became each other's strength and support and formed a brotherhood.
내 머릿속에는 옆에 멤버들이 있어야 뭔가 자연스러운, 그러니까 뭔가 내 핸드폰이나 지갑처럼 없으면 불안한 그런 것들 있잖아.
그죠.
That's a problem in today's society, isn't it? Some people feel lost without the phones, and talk, just talk.
지갑처럼 없으면 불안한 그런 것들 있잖아.
그죠. 소중하다 못해 없으면 안 될 사람들이긴 하죠. 왜냐면은 넘어져도 저 혼자 일어나는 게 아니라 그냥 같이 일어난 거니까.
That's what I said.
좀 생각을 해보면
Gets hurt, they all
이런
live.
7명이 어떻게 모였을까라는 생각이 들어요. 이제는. 예. 오래 지냈다고 해서 될 문제는 아니에요. 어떻게 보면은 운명인 것 같아요. 예. 되게 유치하지만 그냥 운명이었던 거예요, 이거는. 예.
Their climb to the top may seem sudden to those who didn't follow their journey, but it was far from a walk in the park. BTS's company, Big Hit Entertainment, started off small and faced numerous hardships, even coming close to bankruptcy.
Wow.
Since Big Hit wasn't a large company at that time, they lacked the resources for promoting BTS. Even getting the chance to debut was a fluke. Their debut performance opportunity came about because a music show needed a filler for someone else's spot.
Oh, that's a similar sort of message as what happened. I don't know whether any of you are familiar with Dimash, but I've done a few reactions to him, and he was a filler in a show and took off. It's a very, very similar story, but obviously these are a band as opposed to a solo artist. But just think, if those little things didn't align, all those little situations didn't happen, and they didn't need a filler, would they have made it where they was? Oh, you always question yourself, don't you? But I mean, thank God everything did align, and these guys got the chance because, like I say, I've only checked out 2 songs. One of them was with Psy from who does Gangnam Style. So I've done like 1 original and 1 collaboration. Well, it was Sugar, wasn't it? And both songs have been exceptionally good anyway. So, I mean, it just proves that the public were right, the people who took a chance on them were right, and this guy who's taught them right has put out a good thing.
Even after they debuted, their performances would often get cut, and if they did make it on air, Their screen time was very short since Big Hit didn't have the power or influence bigger companies had over broadcasts.
Yet.
Since they were often not invited to a lot of big variety shows, the company found their own way to communicate with their audience through platforms such as YouTube. By vlogging their journey, they allowed us to discover their personalities. They also created their own variety shows and often live streamed with fans. They honed their crafts for hours on end, practicing in the dance studio and producing music, returning home at dawn to all sleep in one bedroom. 2
That's
years
crazy.
of hard work and not knowing where they'd end up, they finally won their first music show award. Yet, as they grew in popularity, they were falsely accused of Sacheki, which is when a company buys their own artist albums to boost sales for the charts.
Whoa, who accused them of that? Because that sounds like one of the messages in that mic drop where they're on about, like, you know, you're never going to believe us and stuff, and then we slap you in the face with a mic drop, look who we are now, sort of thing. So maybe when something is starting to take off and other people don't like it because someone's got the next big thing, maybe that's why all these stories come out, saying that their own company... But if their own company did buy all their own units of sales, then that's defeating the objective of promoting an artist, because you're just spending more money.
That's because people couldn't believe a group from a small company was selling well, ignoring the fact that a small company wouldn't have the resources to pull off such a scam. These were just a few of their hardships and struggles. I created a separate video highlighting their past hardships. I'll link that in my description box. Throughout the years, BTS were able to reach impressive milestones while continuing to sing in Korean. They shattered cultural language barriers with music and attracted an international audience. They grew organically by staying true to themselves while building a genuine connection with their fans from around the world.
And that is very, very important, to stay being yourself, being exactly who you are, because people who come out and be fake always get found out. And the fact that these have been nurtured from a very, very young age and, you know, brought into the music industry the right way by a decent company with a decent manager is, you know, it's a credit to how big they've become. And I always say, you always get back what you put in. And these guys look like they do a lot of hard work and put a lot into what they do, hours and hours. So they've put the time and the work and the ethic in, and now they're reaping the rewards, which is brilliant.
During an era where streaming numbers have gone up and traditional album sales have gone down, BTS has become an industry anomaly. Their latest album, Map of the Soul 7, released February 21, 2020, is the best-selling physical album of the year.
Wow.
And they sold over 500,000 copies in just the United States alone.
Wow.
The biggest kicker?
That's not even in their own country. That's crazy.
100,000 copies in just the United States alone. The biggest kicker? Well, BTS did this without a single bundle. And what does bundle mean? Artists would bundle merchandise or concert tickets with the album's sales. For example, a copy of an artist's album, digital or physical, would be included in every t-shirt sale or ticket sold for their concert. These sales would count towards charting numbers and become an industry-wide tactic in the US to help boost sales figures and in effect climb up the Billboard charts. In a 2019 New York Times article, they said about half the 39 titles that topped the charts last year were sold as part of ticket or merchandise bundles.
I didn't know this.
Without the help of bundles and driven by the power of ARMYs alone, BTS were able to beat a lot of historic records, such as Michael Jackson's 36-year record and the Beatles' 22-year record.
An up-and-coming band beat an absolute legend who was at an era, Michael Jackson, in an era where it was just physical copies. Wow. Can you imagine how big they would have been in Michael Jackson era then, when all you could get was physical copies? That's crazy. To do it in this digital era, that's awesome.
While these musical acts are famous around the world, Suga has said it's a great honor to be called the Beatles of the 21st century. At the same time, it's a bit pressuring to be called that. We are BTS.
And we
want to be
are our
the
own
BTS
people.
of the
Yeah.
21st century. The members themselves have always been involved in their music and engaged with their
Good.
fans, even before they officially debuted. From their debut album, Too Cool for School, in 2013 to their most recent Map of the Soul 7, all 7 members have contributed as either writers and or producers on every album.
So young, so talented, and now produce music. And they actually have a hand in making the songs.
All of BTS are associate members of the Korea Music Copyright Association. And as of August 2020, J-Hope, Suga, and RM were all promoted to full members of the
Nice.
association. They even create music that's released for free on SoundCloud as gifts to their fans. Much of the
You can't say fairer than that, can you? Free music as well. Wow.
released for free on SoundCloud as gifts to their fans. Much of their work touches on subjects like mental health, youth and female empowerment,
Okay.
child abuse, cyberbullying,
Wow.
self-love and development, and socio-economic injustices.
Learning
Much of their work
lessons.
is also inspired by past writers and thinkers. Their latest series, Map of the Soul, incorporates psychological concepts by Swiss psychiatrist Carl Jung. BTS is not afraid to use their platform to amplify underrepresented voices and issues,
Yes.
taking numerous risks with their career while receiving backlash from people in power.
That's it. This is all this culture where the governments and stuff think they're all in control, and artists come out with music and they say something that the governments don't like, and then they try to cancel it or try to, slam it and stuff. But I think if you've got freedom of speech, you should speak freely. You should, if you're going to spread a message through your music and a positive one, and an educational one, which is some of them topics there were. Some were edgy, some were political, some were everyday life, like your mental health, etc. I mean, if there's a message to be spread, it should be said. I've always said that for ages.
BTS are also as charitable as they are
It's
talented.
getting better.
Throughout the years, members have been donating individually and as a group. BTS rarely publicize donations, so fans often find out about them if media organizations uncover the details.
Right.
One of BTS's few public announcements was in November 2017 for their Love Myself campaign. They partnered with UNICEF to create a campaign aimed at protecting children and teenagers from around the world, with the hope
Fucking
of
brilliant.
making the world a better place through music.
Yeah.
BTS and their company, Big Hit Entertainment, pledged 500 million Korean won and donated 3% of the income from the sales of physical albums of the Love Yourself series, along with 6 other fundraising initiatives, including the Love Myself merchandise, where 100% of its proceeds were pledged to the cause.
Is there anything this band is not doing? They're making great music, spreading a positive message. They're doing it the right way. They give to charities. They help UNICEF. Fucking hell. Wow.
The Love Yourself series, which contained 3 albums total, sold over 7 million copies worldwide.
That's unreal.
On September 24, 2018, BTS was invited to deliver a speech about the Love Myself campaign
At the UN.
United Nations General Assembly. On January 15, 2020, Formula E announced their partnership with BTS to help combat climate change. On June 3, 2020, BTS tweeted their support for Black Lives Matter. A few days later, Variety reported that BTS and Big Hit Entertainment had donated $1 million to support the Black Lives Matter movement.
Wow.
When armies got wind of the news, they matched their $1 million donation in
Wow.
1 day.
Wow. Wow. The fan base matched the artist's 1 million donation for Black Lives Matter. Wow.
Now, these are just a couple of their acts of charity. With their socially conscious music, BTS created a new fandom culture that brings together fans from different national and racial identities. This led to the emergence of bilingual ARMY volunteers who translated BTS Korean lyrics and videos in their language almost real time, making the content immediately available to non-Korean speakers.
Wow!
We may all speak different languages, but their music and their message connected people from around the world.
So you've got people as well translating it to spread the message further. All different countries, all different. No wonder this band is so big. No wonder this fan base is so big. It just oozes. What's the word I'm looking for? It's not just quality. It oozes. It oozes purity. It's like it doesn't seem to be just your typical boy band, typical musical artist and fan base. This is a collective. This is the army and the band is everything's one. I've never seen artists and fans be so in tune with each other as this documentary is showing me. This is absolutely unreal.
With different ethnicities, background, gender, and age. BTS has also expressed their love and respect for ARMY countless of times, such as always mentioning them first during speeches, responding to fans on their social media app Weverse, showing their appreciation for ARMY projects, halting rehearsals for the Muslim prayers in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
The youngest member, Jungkook, even got the fandom name tattooed on his hand. Together with ARMY, they grew as individuals and as artists.
저는 굳이 영향력을 주는 거창한 것을 안 원하고 그냥 저희를 보는 분들이 행복하고 웃을 수 있다면 그걸로.
팬이란 게 진짜 뭘까 막 이런 생각을 가끔 많이 하거든요. 결국 그 사람들 때문에 저희가 무대에 서는 거라서 그 봐주는 사람들을 위해서 노래를 하고 무대를 하는 거기 때문에 결국 우리는 그 사람들한테 진짜 감사해야 되고 무대 하나하나에 최선을 다해야 되고.
간단하게 얘기해서는 가수를 하고 있는 어떤 제일 중요한 이유인 것 같아요. 저는 뭐 방송 활동도 물론 싫지 않지만 진짜 콘서트는 그냥 제가 이 방탄소년단을 하고 있는 이유가 맞는 것 같아요.
Like you say, having the fame and the fortune and stuff isn't just enough. You go to these TV shows, you go and have your interviews, etc., your one-to-one basis, etc. But when you're on that stage and everybody in the arena's got them ball things with lights in, all of them, you know, that's giving me goosebumps thinking about it. Can you imagine singing a song and everyone in the crowd singing it back to you, and then when you tell them to get up, they all get up, or when you get your lights out, and it's just the camaraderie is absolutely fantastic between like I said, the band and the fan base. This is a family. This is not just there's no separation here. This is a family.
참 다행히도 내가 원래 하고 싶었던 이 메시지 하고 싶었던 음악들을 하고 있어서 참 다행이라고 생각을 해요. 그러기 때문에 되게 그렇게 살고 있는 것 같아요. 긍정적인
I'm all about positive.
이 일을 좋아하는 거, 이 일을 사랑하고 너무 좋아하는 게 저에게 큰 영향을 주는 것 같아요. 왜냐면 이 일을 하기 싫고 실증이 나고 하면은 무대 위에서도 나타나기 때문에
100%.
이 일을 굉장히 사랑하기 때문에 내가 무대 위에서 퍼포먼스를 할 수 있고 노래를 할 수 있는 것 같아요.
계속 와서 응원해주는 모습, 그리고 이렇게 저희를 진심으로 좋아해주는 그런 표정들, 힘들 때 그런 표정들이 저에게 더 힘을 주는 것 같아서.
It's the buzz they're talking about, isn't it? You know, as soon as you see the look on other people's faces when they're performing and everyone's enjoying it, that's the buzz that they're talking about.
저에게 더 힘을 주는 것 같아서.
저희를 알아봐 주신 여러분들이라면 여러분의 꿈이 아니더라도 여러분의 삶, 여러분의 인생에 언젠가 저희의 존재가, 저희의 음악이, 저희의 무대가, 저희의 사진, 영상이 여러분한테 아주 조금이라도 아픔이 100이라면 그 100을 99, 98, 97로 만들어줄 수 있다면 그걸로 저희의 존재의 가치는 충분합니다. 정말 사랑합니다.
If we make your life better by only 1, 2 or 3%, then something's been achieved. That's not like saying, "Oh, you've only made me feel a little bit better." That's saying, you know, the glass is still half full. You know, it's a very, very positive way to look at it. We've helped you just that little, even if it's only a little bit. We've helped you. Oh, these guys.
Their love for ARMY has also helped them decide on re-signing another 7-year contract with Big Hit Entertainment. They mentioned doing it for their fans and not for money. So while people often discredit BTS's talent, likening their popularity to superficial aspects that come with the image of a boy band, it is their development of personalities and sincerity towards their art and their fans that made their fandom the size and reach that it has become. I hope people will come to realize that BTS is more than just their singing and their dancing skills.
100%.
They're not just performers, but artists who have healed and inspired millions of people around the world. For a deeper dive into BTS, please refer to these websites, apps, and ARMY accounts to stay updated. We're also working on more video projects and a website, so stay tuned.
Wow, these guys are absolutely incredible. The stuff that these guys do, and at the end there where they said they've signed another record deal for 7 years because they wanted to stay true to the company who's put them on the map and got behind them and stuff. They could have easily gone to like Sony Music or, you know, Universal Music Group, something like that, and sold out. But no, the fact that they did that is just, it's a testament to how these guys are. They're doing it for the fans. I mean, like in the lyrics of Mic Drop, haters are gonna hate. They were talking that they get people speculate that they stereotyping them like this way or that way, but you know, as long as their fans are happy and the message that's spreading is still relevant, and I tell you what, I feel like I know this band now. I think this was a really good thing to do, doing the introduction to BTS video first, because now we have a bit of an understanding about what the band is like. Instead of, like in most of my reactions, I just listen to a band and go, oh, the music and the song sounds like this. But then when you start delving into an artist and finding out exactly what they're about and just how much stuff they actually do, and the fact that the fan base is so behind them and everyone's a collective, that opened my eyes. That opened my eyes 100%. Yes, we've got to do some music videos now. Everyone just says just to pick one and do one, so that's what I'm going to do from now. I'm going to pick videos and do videos, and you guys, I'm sure, will love it anyway. Anyway, if you like my videos, then please hit like and subscribe, and I shall see you all on the next one.